Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while and I'm out with the MGB again on a bit of a trip which actually started yesterday, so it's worth catching you up. I'm actually here in a campsite at the moment. There's a field behind me, the campsite's over there. There's the car. And it's the Bicester Heritage Sunday Scramble again, so one of my favourite car events, and I'm here at the MG and I'm actually hoping to display it this morning, which is good as I got pulled out of a raffle, not because the MG's special in any way. But last night there was a talk over at Bicester Heritage with David Brabham, Peter Stevens and Steve Soper to sort of talk about Le Mans war stories and that kind of thing, because this time the Bicester Heritage show is kind of a bit of a Le Mans theme. They've got some of the ex-Le Mans racing cars there, the real ones, no replicas or anything like that. So drove the MG. It was really fine, and the event itself was really cool. Lots of funny stories that they were telling, and great insight into the life at Le Mans when you're there racing. It's not all glitz and glam as you might imagine. And it was actually held in a building in the Bicester Heritage site that Morgan used as an experience centre. So they had a prototype car there as well as an ex-Le Mans racer, which is great to see. Now, actually leaving the event, the car started to misfire a little bit, and I thought, oh, maybe it's because it's been, on a hot day, hot motorway. Perhaps it's got some of that fuel evaporation in the inlet manifold that's happened before, and it's been difficult to start after it's been hot, kind of thing. So I got the car started eventually, and yeah, it kind of got me out of the event and part of the way back to the campsite, so it's about a 20-minute drive, and then the whole thing just completely died on me. And I got my battery jumper out because it seemed to be sort of battery related, and I got it going again, and then it died again. So pulled over trying to think about what to do, and I thought maybe the battery's okay and it's just not charging properly. So I popped the bonnet, had a look at the alternator, and lo and behold, one of the cables that comes out the back of the alternator broken, and I managed to crimp it back together as I carry kind of a crimping set as in my breakdown bag, which is quite lucky actually. But because I'd been jump starting the car off a small battery pack beforehand, it now didn't have enough juice to get me started again, and I'd kind of pulled over in this person's driveway, and I hadn't rolled down their drive because I didn't want them to have an MG sort of stuck on it. You could still get past me where I was parked, but the guy came out and he offered to give me a jump, and I thought, oh, thank God for that. But because his drive was on an incline, as I rolled down it, I was able to bump start it myself. So it all fired up, and the voltage on the battery, which was reading it's down to about 9 volts I think when it actually broke down, but the voltage was back up to 12 when it had been sitting, but didn't have enough current to actually start the car. It was now reading sort of 13.5, 14, so it was getting a charge on the alternator where previously it wasn't. So really relieved at getting the car back on the road and driving back to my campsite. But by this time it was really hammering it down with rain. I was absolutely soaked to the skin because I'd been outside the car trying to sort stuff out, and I got back to my tent to realise that I hadn't pegged it out properly, so it was a bit baggy, and water had got inside the tent, not too much, but it was a bit of a cold and damp experience. So I kind of had to drown my sorrows with a couple of beers that I brought with me before going to bed. And this morning is kind of stark contrast really, as you probably saw over here. Beautiful countryside, nice blue skies, a little bit of cloud here and there, but yeah, really nice. So moment of truth in a minute, is the car going to start? I don't know whether it's got enough charge in it from yesterday, the short drive from where I broke down to here. I did leave the engine running while I was unpacking some stuff, so hopefully it has. But yeah, hopefully it'll start up and we'll have a really great morning at Bicester before heading home, so wish me luck. So it made it. So it did start, as you saw in the video, a bit of grey smoke, but what do you expect from an old car? The choke was full on as well, but yeah, so relieved about that, and I can actually get on and enjoy my time here at Bicester today. So as you can see, I'm here now, and look around. I'm in a kind of British car section, which is quite cool. There's lots of other show cars still turning up as well before the general admission folks turn up at 9 o'clock. I think it's just about 8:20 now or so. So last night then, I didn't really go into detail of why the event was on last night. So at Bicester Heritage they've introduced a membership program sort of thing called Scramblers, and that's free to join, but they've introduced kind of a premium tier where you can get some perks, some advanced tickets, that kind of stuff, as well as those events that like the one that was on last night. And there's a membership pack which they handed out, and I've now got. So I might do a bit of a go through that at another time, see what's in there, hopefully something nice. But it just means that Bicester Heritage can be a bit better organised, I think, and offer people who want more from the event a little bit extra if they just pay a bit of extra money. So last night then, camping, one thing I didn't talk about as well earlier is my camping setup. So similar to what I did in Wales, where I had all sorts of stuff, had a roof rack full of stuff as well as a car full of camping equipment. I haven't taken half as much stuff as I did last time. I haven't brought the toilet tent for example, but that was more of an experimental trip to see if you could sort of live in your MG without any other facilities for a little while. Whereas because I stayed at a serviced campsite, I just brought the bare essentials really, and it was quite good. I mean, apart from the wind and the rain and the slight damp tent because I hadn't pegged it out properly, it was just fine, and I got everything in. And you can see here that I haven't filled up the car completely. I've just got a couple of duffel bags. This one's my breakdown bag, this one's my clothes bag, then all the camping stuff is in the boot, and I've got a cool box down here full of the essentials, beer and sausage rolls, and then that was it really. So nothing really to detract from driving the car, which when I had the roof rack on with a load of stuff in it, it did feel a bit roly-poly and a bit slower, whereas this is just fine when it's working. So I'm going to just wait now for a little bit so the rest of the cars can show up, and then I'll start wandering around, and if there's anything interesting to see, I'll do a video of it. Those Le Mans cars I haven't seen yet, so I'll wander over there and get a video of those as well. So I've got my obligatory Bicester Heritage cup of tea. I always get one of these when I get here because it's normally an early start, and I'll get my bacon and sausage roll very shortly. But yeah, I'll be back in a minute with more stuff from Bicester. So there we go then, another Bicester Heritage Sunday Scramble event. Probably one of the better ones I've been to. The event seems to get bigger and better and more well organised every time I come here, and they've introduced this membership thing now, so I'll see how that works out, see if there's anything worth joining up for, and I'll take you through the welcome pack, etc, in another video. For now though, I'm going to head home because it's Father's Day today and got plans this afternoon. But thank you so much for watching, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be back very soon with more content. See you later, bye bye.